everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Sharon, and this is a channel that is dedicated to all things related to narcissism. Let's imagine for a moment that I have the ability to speak to a child in utero. So I can speak to a child in the womb. I just want to, as a caveat though, this child doesn't know the things that I know. It can't see the things I see. It only knows what I tell it or what it can imagine. If I said to this child, listen, tomorrow, it's a big day. Tomorrow you're going to leave the womb. You're going to leave where you are. You're going to leave your existence, the existence that you don't particularly want to leave because this is what you know, this is where you're comfortable, but you're going to have to leave. Now, you're going to go into a wonderful new world. It's going to be fantastic. You're going to have love and cuddles and everything that you could possibly want. It's going to be fantastic. But before you get there, you do need to go through the birthing process. Now, if the child said, what's the birthing process? Well, all right, you're going to be pushed and pulled. You're going to be pushed into a cold room with bright lights, lots of people wearing, surgical gowns, and they have gloves in their hands, masks on their face. You are naked, by the way, so you're going to be poked, prodded, examined. Everyone's looking at you, your naked body after just coming out, right? You're going to be rubbed up and goop put in your eyes, but it's going to be great. It is going to be fantastic. Now imagine this poor child. It would be, how the heck is that fantastic? That's horrible. No, I can't do that. I'm going to just stay here where it's safer. That's almost certainly what the child would think. It wouldn't know because it hasn't experienced it that no, it is better where it can't stay where it is now forever. Is that the situation that some of you are in? You know you're with a narcissist, but so you're trying to accept this, right? You're trying to accept that you're with a narcissist, and the thought of doing anything is it's paralyzing. It's literally terrifying. When I was with my ex and I first discovered he was a narcissist, and I think a lot of people are like this, in a way it was almost a relief because I couldn't understand why he would do the things he did. Why? How could you possibly do it? It was insane, and it was insane. But this was what was surrounding me, right? I was isolated. I didn't have family. I didn't have any friends because all my ex would tell me is that people didn't like me. I was completely isolated. I wasn't working. I was a stay-at-home mom. So I had nothing. And the thought I couldn't understand why. And of course, my ex was a compulsive gambler, alcoholic. We didn't have money, right? He stole money from our children. So it wasn't like I had a bank account that I could just go off on my own. I had nothing. I was screwed. I mean, that's really exactly how I looked at it. And when I found out that he was a narcissist, it was a relief because I thought to myself, it's like anything else. Once you know what the problem is, right? If I broke my arm, I wouldn't just stay there with a broken arm. I would go and get it fixed up, right? If I needed stitches, whatever it is, if my credit's bad, right? All right, well, this is what I can do to fix it. You just naturally go to that place. Whether you follow through or not is one thing, but the thought pattern is there. Okay, at least this is how I think. This is what I need to do. When you're dealing with a narcissist, though, and you find out that they're a narcissist, you think, now we can fix it. Oh, that's why he did this. That's why she did this, because they're a narcissist. Okay, well, we can fix it. And this statistic drives me absolutely insane. I can't stand it. When you hear people say or you read 99% of narcissists don't change. That is a fallacy. 100% of narcissists do not change. You don't have a chance of being with a narcissist and then them not being a narcissist. It is such a disservice to people when you see that 99%, because the people that are with narcissists are desperate people. All of us, you're in such a bad situation. You are living in a situation that some people believe is literally demonic. So whether you go that far or not, that is an acceptable reality for a lot of people. I am with the demonic. So when you think, well, geez, if 99% don't change, I have that 1%. It's my narcissist. I believe that. Joe believed that. I bet probably everybody listening right now believed at one point that their narcissist was going to be that 1%. why wouldn't the narcissist change, right? Like if you knew, like imagine if suddenly you discovered, wow, I'm a pretty rotten person. I've really hurt my family. I've hurt my kids. I mean, you'd be shocked. I got to do something about this. Like imagine if you didn't know. That's how I looked at the narcissist. That's exactly how I looked at my ex. Poor guy. No, it wasn't quite to that level, but he doesn't understand. He doesn't get it. Thank goodness, because with my special love, with my support, with my patience, we will get through this. But let's think a little bit about what my ex or your current partner, whatever, would have to do to change. Like with anything, right? Imagine if I told you I'm gonna run in the Boston Marathon. Well, for real, I think I'd be lucky if I could literally run a mile. So for me to run, 26.2, I'd have to train every single day. I'd have to wake up, get my shoes on, go running. It would have to be something I really desire and really want. Imagine a narcissist, right? They would have to think to themselves. They would have to know in order to change. Wow, I'm a jerk. I have hurt my family. I've hurt my kids. I'm an abusive loser. I don't deserve my family. I mean, that's really, that's what it would have to be. Do you think that a narcissist is really going to do that? Day after day after day, work on what they've done. Try to make people trust them. Make different choices. It's absurd. You would have to want that so desperately. And what narcissist is ever? Now remember what a narcissist is, right? They're better than everybody else. They are allowed to do things that other people aren't allowed to do. For them to find out that the people around them, their family, you, me, that these are the people that they have hurt, the people they look down on, and they're supposed to, bow down and help you up, there's no chance. I used to think, well, of course, why wouldn't my ex do this? It would be the right thing to do. Who wants to be a jerk? Who would want to live this way? Who would want to do these things? And I'm right when I say that. Yeah, a normal person wouldn't want to be that way, wouldn't want to do those things. But when you're dealing with a narcissist, you're dealing with a different creature. Now, people believe this. I personally do believe this. I'm going to be real with you. I do believe this, but of course, I get it. Not everyone does. But just think about this. If you are with a narcissist, I believe you are with somebody truly evil. Evil. Like, I'm not talking about somebody that has done some bad things. Evil to the core. Whether they know it or not, influenced by the demonic. There's something otherworldly attached to a narcissist. I feel almost like, I've said this a million times, but Paris calls them husks, right? They're whatever else they were, it's gone. Years ago, when my daughter was little, she found this caterpillar, and it was this beautiful caterpillar, and she wanted to keep it as a pet. And I told her, we can't keep it, but you can keep it for a day. So we're going to release it the next day. So we had this caterpillar, and we had it for the day, and overnight it spun a cocoon. So I was like, all right, I guess we're keeping this caterpillar until it hatches. So then it was like, wow, we're going to have this butterfly. So for months we had this caterpillar, right? And it was pupating, and we were waiting and waiting and waiting. It was so long, I thought that maybe it had passed away. No. One day I got up and I could hear this buzzing noise. We had kept this little cocoon in the office. I heard this buzzing noise. And I look around. Inside the cage where we had the cocoon was not a beautiful butterfly. What had hatched was an angry wasp. There was a parasite. I didn't know this. It was a parasite. We learned all about this later. But there was a parasite that was on the caterpillar. And when the caterpillar went to the cocoon, the parasites, the worms, started eating it. So it ate. So there was no more caterpillar. What was left? There was never a butterfly. What could have been born? The potential was gone. So what there was instead was an angry wasp. It had eaten whatever else was there. That's kind of how I look at a narcissist. Whatever else you see, whatever else you believe they could be, they have the potential to be, it doesn't exist. No matter what else they were ever going to be, we need to deal with who they are now, today. And the first step isn't stressing yourself out and thinking, how am I going to get out of this? Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I'm stuck. One of us has to die. Oh my gosh. Everybody goes to that point. You are so not alone. I want to talk to you as a friend. The very first step you have to take isn't getting away, but is recognizing the reality, recognizing what is really happening in your life. Because the truth about getting away from a narcissist is that you are the one that has to do the changing. You are the one. We want the narcissist to change, all of us at some point, for sure. Even now, I'd love my ex to change. It wouldn't affect our relationship, but I wish all narcissists would change, because they go out into the world and they cause pain and destruction. But the reality is that we are the ones who have to change. We have no power over anybody else. Imagine if I was trying to get Joe to do something and he didn't want to do it. It doesn't matter that please do it, Joe, please. I mean, it doesn't matter what I say. Like, maybe he would try to satisfy me temporarily, but you can't change somebody who isn't willing to change. And when you're dealing with a narcissist, the first thing you have to do is understand there's no hope that they're going to change, no matter what they say. My ex, I can't tell you how many times he was going to change. Maybe yours too. Maybe, I think this happens to everybody. When a narcissist gets in trouble, when bad things are happening, they will say and do anything. But I'm talking about long-term change that you can bet your life on, that you can raise your children with. A narcissist does not have the ability, and if you believe that they do, it's going to make your life worse. The first step, the first thing to do is recognize reality. Recognize what is really happening, what the narcissist is, not who the narcissist is, but what the narcissist is, and start working on yourself. Start looking at yourself, right? Instead of thinking, well, the narcissist needs to change this and this and this. They need to stop lying. They need to be nicer to me. They need to stop yelling at the kids. They need to stop staying out all night. They need to stop drinking. They need to stop stealing. Like, they got to get a job, like whatever it is. That's probably all true. But we're talking about your life today. We're talking about your children's lives today. The most important step that can begin everything, because you don't have to worry about leaving today. You don't have to worry about leaving tomorrow. You're not that child that's being kicked out of the womb. You're somebody who needs to get awareness of the reality that you're in. You are not alone. All of us have been through this. And this is for another video, but anybody who thinks, yeah, but you got out because you have this or that, and I don't have anything. I really am stuck. We all believe that. But you don't need to think about that right now. You need to understand what's going on in your own life. You need to make yourself strong. You know, just like if I was pregnant with that little baby that I was telling had to leave, it would be the best interest of this child for me to be healthy, for me to do right by this child. So yeah, it would be better if the narcissist did that. But the reality is that when it comes to anybody in your life, you are the only person you have control over, just you. And it's a slow process. You know, I started out believing that nobody could even like me, that I was this horrible person, that I was screwed. I couldn't leave. Other people could leave, but I couldn't. The first step was recognizing reality. The narcissist is not going to change, and I have to. You, me, everybody in this world who isn't a narcissist has the ability to change and grow and thrive and be whatever you want, whoever you want. I believe that so firmly, but you need to take the steps, right? Like, I'm running that marathon. I need to start running every single day, because I'm not going to do it if I'm not. You know, you guys don't know what Joe looks like, but I'm working on that, you know. But Joe's really fit and really muscular. When you see Joe, you know that he didn't look this way because he worked out once or twice. He has a complete control over his body, and that's why he looks that way. Having the life of your dreams means that you have complete control over your life. The narcissist, nobody has a part of your life. It's your life. You know, they can have part of your heart, of course, but your life is your life. Recognizing reality will get you everywhere in life. So today, if you are thinking to yourself, I'm stuck, I'm in this horrible situation, the narcissist has to change, I want you to look at it a different way. This sucks. I'm in a horrible situation. I need to change. I have all the power over myself. There's nothing you can't do. Now, I can make other videos step by step if you would like, but just today, just take this baby step. Remember, it's okay. You're going to be all right. Your task for today is to start work on yourself. Just like if you were going to start running a marathon, just like if you want to lose weight, whatever it is, work on yourself. Start identifying who you are. What do you want? Don't think, well, I can't do this. It doesn't matter whether you can do it or not. I want to be a famous model, like whatever. It's not going to happen, but that's the type of thing I'm talking about. What do you want, no matter what it is? Because as you move forward, you can whittle this down. You can go into the life that you really want. You can have the life you want. The secret when you're dealing with a narcissist is working on yourself. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I will probably be back with Joe on Monday. If not, I'll be back myself on Monday. But I will see you guys after the weekend. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you all later. Bye.